You read that it fell. Ignore my glitter packaging, I come packing crafting.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining me here on SewStitchHex. I'm Macadamia, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, which is a cute little manga. It's actually not little, it's a very big chonker. Like, look at this. Normal manga is a lot smaller. So, yeah, this is a chonker. I am on the pre-order for Volume 2, so I am excited for that. But, yeah, very cute, very exciting. It is by story and art by Jinushi. It's an overworked salaryman and a mischievous cashier form an unexpected bond when they light up together. At age 45, office worker Sasaki has had enough of the corporate grind. His only solace is smoking, and the friendly smile of supermarket cashier Yamada. When Sasaki can't find Yamada after a particularly trying day, a striking woman invites him to smoke with her. This despondent man thinks he's made a new smoking buddy in the cool, teasing Tayama, but Sasaki didn't realize he already knows her. So, this is a very cute little slice of life manga. I highly recommend. I will say, not a lot physically happens, honestly. So, Sasaki met Yamada when she was getting chewed out by a customer who just likes to argue with people, just like your regular Kevin, because it was a dude. It was a dude, Karen. So it was a Kevin. And he steps up and is like, look, she does the best that she can, okay? And she had to learn how to smile, like with her eyes and the great customer service face, which they have to be really good at. And she had to learn how to do all that. And he ended up just started going always to her register. Like, he's always looking for her. Now, she had this little trick that she does where she puts her hair in a pony and then flips it under and then ponies it again so that her hair looks like it's naturally shorter. Like this. And she decided to mess with Sasaki because he's a bit dense. He's in his 40s. She's like 24. And she's flirting with him all the time. And she decided to just mess with him. So one day when she called him outside, she asked him to smoke. And so every day after work, he comes and smokes with her. Now, there was a little drama at the end where he was concerned he might have cancer, but then it ended up being a false call because he ended up getting the phone call right then while he was telling her, I can't smoke with you anymore. I'm sorry, but we can still talk and hang out or whatever. And gets the phone call right then from the doctor. Hey, we messed up your test. You're healthy as a horse. Like, you're good. And he was like, sorry. And so she picked on him for making her worry. And he still doesn't know that Yamada and Tayama are the same person, even though that name is very lazy, according to her manager. And her manager does give her a hard time for inviting customers back there to smoke. But her manager, which is this woman here, also really enjoys the drama of them hanging out. There is one part that was a little embarrassing. I had to set the book down for a second. It was, oh yeah, those online quizzes are a thing. So some of the younger guys at Sasaki's work told him that the younger kids really love those quizzes. You know, those little the little quizzes about different things. And they took one on, I heard about this one from a coworker, and I thought it sounded interesting. Apparently the brand of cigarettes someone smokes tells you about their personality. And he looks down on others, yet leans masochistic. And he's like, what the hell? Can't smoke. And then she was like, how about you, Miss Tayama? Two-faced and actually has a high sex drive. And he just went stone cold. He's like, oh God. And she's like, yeah, most of these tend to have gutter humor answers. On top of that, the basis of the person who made them can be pretty obvious. And he's like, although I laughed because it wasn't entirely off the mark. And he drops to his knees. He's like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, I didn't know you were like that. You have my sincerest apologies for bringing up a weird topic. Sorry I made you say that. And he's like, well, it's true that I hate dirty jokes, but you only brought it up because you thought a young person would enjoy it, right? You're apologizing for doing something for my sake? You're an idiot, Mr. Sasaki. And she just kind of has that like kind of funny but mean and rude sense of humor. And she picks on him all the time. But she's so cool. Like, she's extremely cool. And she ended up being really stressed out because it was a bad day. It was a bad day at work. But so he gets relief from two things. One, going to get checked out at this grocery convenience store place in Miss Yamada's line, just to see her smiling face because she's really nice, and it gives him some sense of relief to see someone who's in a good mood and who's happy. And two, from smoking with her, who he doesn't know is Miss Yamada. Yamada gets joy out of seeing him because he's such a nice older gentleman. He's also really dense, so she enjoys smoking with him at the end of the night and kind of picking at him. And this whole game of him not knowing who she is and she knowing that he doesn't know and she being able to play along those lines really gives her a sense of relief after a hard day at work. So it's a very slice of life, very chill, very simple, but really cute story. I mean, it's very, very simple. Like, nothing really happens. They just chat about their days. Sasaki talks about how he gets chewed out at work. Like, he got chewed out by his boss after getting chewed out by his boss got chewed out by a customer. The customer chewed out the boss because Sasaki emailed him updates and the customer never emailed him back. And then the customer chewed out the boss because he wasn't getting any other emails. And Sasaki was like, well, I emailed you and I needed a response back before I could email you again. And so he got chewed out for something that wasn't his fault. And that's basically the summary of all of the interactions at work, which is pretty normal, right? Getting chewed out for something not even your fault. You did your part and you're waiting on someone else and now you're in trouble for it. That's basically what happens. And it's just them talking about their day. Like, it's really chill, just getting to know each other casually. He gets her a pocket ashtray that he has to buy, which it was in the women's section in the store, so it was really awkward for him to buy, and she thinks that's funny. And they're just really cute. I'm glad I flipped to it. This is when she told him how old she was. She's 24. And it was just super extra. And he hasn't really commented on it. No one has. Except for the manager who's in her 40s commenting on her, giving this old geezer a hard time. And, like, she needs to tell him eventually. And, like, it ends with her pointedly admitting to us, the reader, that she is Yamada, which we'd already figured out, like, at the very beginning. But actually admitting it. And so that makes it a little bit better. And there is another volume going out, so I assume he's going to find out soon. I'd like to see them interact with each other, not outside of her work, but like outside of her work. Like maybe on a date or something, even though they are really far apart in age. But they're both consenting adults, and she's the one coming on to him. So it's not like a creepy old man coming on to her, so it's a little better. But I do want to see where it goes. It is cute. I do like how relaxing this book is. Like, it is just a chill book to read as you pass the time. It's not really any drama or anything really going on. And I enjoy that. I enjoy that in a book. Just something to pass the time and enjoy your time with the characters. But yeah, I highly recommend this book. If you haven't read it, tell me what you think you'd be interested in about it below. I will put a link for it in my description. Please consider using my link to help me. I get a small kickback, nothing crazy, but it does help me out. And let me know what you thought down below. I hope to see you here next time and have a wicked evening. Bye!